Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Jaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Sloge Bhaktir Bhavati Naishnagi Tāni sarvāṇi saṁyamya yukta āsīta mat-paraḥ vaśe yasyendriyāṇi tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā tāni sarvāṇi saṁyamya yukta āsīta mat-paraḥ vaśe yasyendriyāṇi tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā tāni sarvāṇi saṁyamya yukta āsīta mat-paraḥ vaśe yasyendriyāṇi tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā tasya prajñā pratiṣṭhitā tāni those senses sarvāṇi all saṁyamya keeping under control yuktaḥ engage āsīta should be situated mat-paraḥ in relationship with me vaśe in full subjugation he certainly yasya one whose indriyāṇi senses tasya his prajñā consciousness pratiṣṭhitā fixed. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. One who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control, and fixes his consciousness upon me is known as a man of steady intelligence. Kindly repeat translation. One who restrains his senses, keeping them under full control, and fixes his consciousness upon me is known as a man of steady intelligence. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. That the highest conception of yoga perfection is Kṛṣṇa consciousness is clearly explained in this verse. And unless one is Kṛṣṇa conscious, it is not at all possible to control the senses. As cited above, the great sage Durvāsā Muni picked up a quarrel with Mahārāja Ambarīṣa, and Durvāsā Muni unnecessarily became angry out of pride and therefore could not check his senses. On the other hand, the king, although not as powerful as yogī as the sage, but a devotee of the Lord, silently tolerated all the sages' injustices and thereby emerged victorious. The king was able to control his senses because of the following qualifications, as mentioned in Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, 9th canto for chapter 18 to 20 text. Savai mana Krishna padaravindayor vajamsi vaigunda gunanuvannani karoharer mandiramarjanadishu sudim chagarachuda satkatodaye mukundalingālaya darsane drisho tadbhrityagatra sprasenga sangamam khanam tatatpada saroja saurape srimat-tulasya rasanam dadarpine padohare kshetra padanusarpane shiro grishikesha padabhimandane kamam jadasyena tu kamagamyaya yathottama sloga janashrayaradihi. King Ambarīṣa fixed his mind on the lotus feet of the Lord Kṛṣṇa, engaged his words in describing the abode of the Lord, his hands in cleansing the temple of the Lord, his ears in hearing the pastimes of the Lord, his eyes in seeing the form of the Lord, his body in touching the body of the devotee, his nostrils in smelling the flavor of the flowers offered to the lotus feet of the Lord, his tongue in tasting the tulasi leaves offered to him, his legs in traveling to the holy place where his temple is situated, his head in offering obeisances unto the Lord, and his desires in fulfilling the desires of the Lord. And all these qualifications made him fit to become a mat-paraḥ devotee of the Lord. The word mat-paraḥ is most significant in this connection. How one can become mat-paraḥ is described in the life of Mahārāja Ambarīṣa. Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana, a great scholar and Acharya in this line of mat-paraḥ, remarks, Mat-bhakti prabhavena sarvendriya vijaya purvika swatma drishti sulabhe dibhavaka. The senses can be completely controlled only by the strength of the devotional service to Kṛṣṇa. Also, the example of fire is sometimes given. As a blazing fire burns everything within the room, Lord Vishnu, situated in the heart of a yogi, burns up all kinds of impurities. The Yoga Sutra also prescribes meditation on Vishnu and not meditation on the void. The so-called yogi who meditate on something other than Vishnu simply waste their time in a vain search after some phantasmagoria. We have to become Kṛṣṇa conscious, devoted to the personality of Godhead. This is the aim of the real yoga. Thus, and the purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki. Om ajnānatimirandasya jnānāñjana salāgaya chakshurun milidam yena tasmai Sri Guruve namaha. Mūgaṁ karoti vācālam bhangum langayate girim yatkripatamagam vande Sri Gurum dinadarinam paramanandamādhavam Krishna chaitanya Ishwaram. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Krishnāya Vasudevāya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Govindaya Namo Namaha. Namaha Pankajanabhaya, Namaha Pankajamaline, Namaha Pankajanetraya, Namaste Pankajangrahe. Hare Krishna. So we are actually in a wonderful session of Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam. This chapter number 2 is the contents of the Gita summarized. If we can understand, practice Bhagavad Gita, instruction of the Lord in this particular chapter is the summary of entire 18 chapter. Entire 18, it is condensed form of Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 2. So, in the midst of that, we are actually discussing the very wonderful instruction of the Lord. Arjuna is asking the question, and the Lord is actually answering. Arjuna is asking actually about sthita prajñā, who is Krishna conscious person actually. Bhagavan was telling so many things about Krishna conscious person. In ISKCON also we are talking about the devotees in Krishna consciousness. So everybody thinking that I am Krishna consciousness, but according to Krishna, Bhagavan actually is giving what are the symptoms of a devotee, characteristics of a devotee who is really in Krishna consciousness. Sthita prajñā, how he talks, how he walks, what is his behavior. So very simply, Bhagavan actually is answering straight, not indirect or confused or something like that. He is telling about the symptoms of a devotee. So you are hearing actually the other text up to 60. Today, Bhagavan actually, this is Bhagavan Vacha. This is actually, before we reading, before we understanding, we should have that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is talking to us to remove our all confusion. That is ultimately final. There is no question. I think it is like that. I think no. This is actually the Lord, Supreme Lord is speaking. Whatever Krishna is speaking, that is final. If I am not coming within the bracket of the Krishna's instruction, that means there is something wrong, definitely. So he is telling about actually the devotees, Krishna conscious devotees mean they should be able to control their senses, keeping them under the control. There is two words are there, Goswami and Godasa. Go means indriyas. Goswami means the Swami of the indriyas. Swami who is able to control the senses under my control. Whatever I want only I will take me to see. Whatever I want to do, it is under my control, not out. Sometimes we say, no, he is a loose person. He is no control for him. He is looking at it and is doing that. But when he comes to the bracket of a Vaishnava, a devotee of Krishna, practicing Krishna consciousness, then he become a Goswami. Opposite of that is called Godasa. Godasa means whatever my legs are telling, no, I want to go here today. Not for Bhagavad Gita class or Bhagavatam class or something like that. I want to go to this place or that place. Oh yes, I am going. Yes sir, I am doing that. So Dasa, Godasa. But one should be the devotee of Krishna is Goswami, no. See, that is why the Krishna conscious, our sadhana bhakti is designed in such a way that one who is really becoming Krishna conscious, Prabhupada has set up actually the sadhana bhakti. The temple is constructed, simple, what is going on from morning till evening. Really who is attracted to Krishna consciousness, they can practice Krishna consciousness and they can control their senses. Do not go out of control. And Bhagavan is telling that, there are so many verses in this Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavan himself is actually, he is promising. He is promising something, guaranteeing something. That's why he is telling that me only, not us or like me or something like that. No, me. Conscious upon me, fixing the conscious upon me, fixing the consciousness upon me. Usually the living entities, when especially human being, when they are born, they are actually in material consciousness. The child, when he is crying, the mother comes, mother patting the back and stop crying. Oh, this is my mother actually. Then mother will show the father, then mother will show your elder sister, elder brother, then go on, finish. That is material consciousness. That is usual, natural. So, when somebody is coming to Krishna consciousness, mean from childhood onwards, they change their consciousness. Prabhupada is actually always telling about you, this is Krishna consciousness, means the change of consciousness. Human beings are in consciousness, so material consciousness, aware of it. Changing to Krishna consciousness means fixing the consciousness on Krishna's lotus feet. Known as man of steady intelligence. So, chanchala, some people are actually the intelligent, the mind is giving the desire. Intelligence is actually discriminating, putting up to the mind whether it's good or bad. I got this desire. Intelligence says actually, okay, this is good or this is bad. But mind is so powerful that sometimes he to neglect the instruction of his boss. That is intelligence. No steady intelligence, loose intelligence. No, I want to do it. I want to have it. I want to have it. No, it's not good for you. You are in Krishna consciousness. Not suitable for you. No, I want to go. I want to do it. That is desire. And who is executing this desire? Who is executing the desire? Our senses. Whether it is good or whatever. Senses are completing. That is why Bhagavan is telling that his consciousness is depend upon me. He understood what is Bhagavad Gita and instructions, and his intelligence is steady. I want to go for Mangalarti. I want morning program, I want to attend. I want to attend Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam class. I want to listen to the katha. So this is intelligence is steady. There is no chanchala. Whoever, no, this is my fixed program. I don't have anything. Why somebody has come to Vrindavan Dham? Not for sense gratification. To understand Krishna, for that actually some austerity is required, tapasya is required actually. You have to give up our, the very fond of sleeping early in the morning, giving up that. So that power comes when somebody fixes the mind instead of the material attraction, giving up the things and then attracted to Krishna's lotus feet. Angering to see Krishna Balaram, Radhisham Sundar, Gauretai. So every time in the morning, Mangalarti, Darshanarti, midday Arti, evening Darshan, Shayanarti, all this time when you go and see the deities, you will see that they are entirely different. In the size and beauty and attraction, entirely different. Radharani is different. Whatever you are saying as Shayanarti, Mangalarti, when you see is a different person. They are actually incarnation. And every day there is incarnation, different incarnation. Why they are doing that? To attract actually the conditioned souls. Only for that purpose. Prabhupada has made this arrangement. So, Prabhupada is telling actually the highest yoga system. Different yogas are there. Out of that, they say that Bhakti Yoga is the supermost. So that is actually Krishna consciousness. What yoga we are, Bhakti, how to practice Bhakti Yoga? The concept actually, the summary is given in this chapter. In this chapter, especially in this text, control your senses, control your mind, fix your consciousness at the lotus feet of Shamsundar, Krishna Balanam. They are our masters. They are available. We cannot say that, oh, I cannot see their lotus feet. They are showing always their lotus feet. Fixing our consciousness at the lotus feet of the Lord and keep our intelligence. Try to understand. There are different ways of attending class or lecturing or something like that. Just keep on telling something which is, they themselves they don't understand, the listeners will not understand. That is why Prabhupada is calling this as a class. Class means what? Study. In the class we are studying, not simply reading. So what is the meaning? And we are dull-headed, we cannot understand. That is why Prabhupada has written the purport very simply, simplified way, directing us. So he is actually giving the example of a devotee. Ambarīṣa Mahārāja, you must have heard in the previous class also, somebody must have narrated. Here it is given, this Ambarīṣa Mahārāja, he was a great devotee of the Lord. He is a, the king, he is a Chakravarti actually. He was entire world he was ruling. But no military, no police for him actually. What he was doing actually, he was not attending to any ministers or anything like that, no. Engaging all his prajas in the service of the Lord. And he himself is engaged. He tells saṁyamya Kṛṣṇa Padāravindya, many times you must have read it. His mind is actually at the lotus feet of Krishna. My mind is attracted to the lotus feet of Shamsundar. I know, see, some devotees, and when they come to the Vrindavan Dham, they say, my mind is in Vrindavan. Physically, Prabhupada used to say that even if he is in America or anywhere, I belongs to Vrindavan. My mind is actually at Radha Shamsundar. This is very nice temple and everything is good. My mind is at Radha Madhava, Radha Shamsundar. Okay. That is mat-paraḥ, that word. So he was engaging all his senses. So we cannot actually imitate Ambarīṣa Mahārāja, but we can try to follow his footsteps actually, as far as possible. Irrespective of all the problems in this material world, we can practice Krishna consciousness, taking the guide of this, what he was doing. And it was it a failure for it? He was successful. Ambarīṣa Mahārāja was actually a very successful king. Simply somebody came, Durvāsā Muni came and he had a quarrel for nothing. He drank some water actually for fast breaking. After 1 year of Ekadashi Vrata, he was a particular time he just took the advice of Brahmanas and took little water. Durvāsā Muni got angry. He was also Brahmana. Okay. So Prabhupada says simply a Brahmana means, he is not a devotee, there is no use. Many times slokas are quoting actually. A Brahmana means a Vaishnava Brahmana is very powerful, approved by the Lord. Not Durvāsā Muni like each other. Durvāsā Muni was also respected. For simple reason, he could not understand actually the king position. He quarreled, he wanted to kill him actually. How much he struggled actually. There was no military for Ambarīṣa Mahārāja. Sudarsana Chakra was installed by the Lord. This fellow is not having any military. Now he left to me, mat-paraḥ. So I have to take care of him. So he installed actually Sudarsana Chakra here. You take care. Something. Material world, something will come, definitely. You cannot say that I am a devotee of Krishna, nothing will happen, I will not fall sick or nothing, no problem will come. It will come, you are in this place like that. But Krishna actually is promising, I will take care of you. You do this, I will take care of you. Krishna came as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he was walking on the road and is showing that actually, okay, when you are walking on the road, when you are going out also, sing the glories of the Krishna and go. Krishna, 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 Krishna Krishna Rakshama, Krishna 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Rakshama, Krishna 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 Krishna, Krishna Krishna Bhagimam. This is what is in Bhagavad Gita, and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Bhagavan himself came and shown. You be depend upon me. Be on my consciousness. I will take care of you, no problem. So he taken care of this situation. He was chased. Durvāsā Muni has to run 1 year. He took actually go around different places and everything. Finally he went to Lord Vishnu. He says, no, why you came? I cannot do anything. I am depend upon my devotee. Whatever he says, that is final. So go to him. So he has to come and surrender, and you know that actually how he is saved. The Lord saved his devotees. Why? That is example Prabhupada is giving. Actually this way, mat-paraḥ is significant. One can become mat-paraḥ is described by Mahārāja Ambarīṣa. That is actually mat-paraḥ. Remain on my consciousness, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa, Kṛṣṇa. Satadam kirtayandoma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also telling actually, okay. Always chant. One grihastha devotee asked him actually, I am a grihastha having entanglement in this material world. Please advise Mahaprabhu. What should I do? You need not do anything else. Always chant the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So that is what Prabhupada is telling. The mat-paraḥ is an example of Ambarīṣa Maharaj. The senses can be completely controlled only by the strength of devotional service. This is one important point for us. I am chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra for so many years. 16 rounds without fail I am doing it. Still my senses are not under my control. I am put into sort of difficulties. I am not able to do anything. What is the problem? I don't believe actually. The Mahaprabhu also is very powerful. Hare Krishna Mahamantra is very powerful. He can make the changes. Krishna himself. That is, here Prabhupada is telling, senses can be controlled by the strength of the devotional service. How you are executing the devotional service. Different ways we can do it. Mat-paraḥ, concentrating at the lotus feet of the Lord, chanting the holy name of the Lord properly as instructed, as Prabhupada has instructed. Read the books and try to understand. What do you mean by advancement in spiritual life? One can advance in spiritual life. So, once when is advanced in spiritual life, in self-realization, who am I, from where I have come, what is going to happen to me after my death, all these things are known, and then one becomes very serious in this, performing this devotional service. So as the blazing fire burns everything, when Krishna is sitting in the heart of somebody, all impurities are gone. So this is all Shastra says, become Krishna conscious. So I just want to narrate actually an incident. First of all, we have to understand in this Kali Yuga, if we want to advance in Krishna consciousness, in Krishna Bhakti, we have to go through Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu. They are the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Both are Supreme Personality of Godhead. They have come in this material world, especially in the Kali Yuga, to uplift the conditioned soul. Patit, actually fallen conditioned soul. Patita pavana hetu tava avatara Mosama patita prabhu na paibeyara. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came, he was not sitting with his wife or mother or anybody like that. He took sannyas, got out of the house, and he went to Jagannath Puri, and went to South India, went to Vrindavan, everywhere. He was distributing, he was showing how to distribute Krishna consciousness to each and every one, and how we can change the people. One incident actually I was just reading in the Chaitanya Charitamrita. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in Orissa, and he was actually, he went to the house of Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. Initially he was not a devotee. He became a devotee because of association with Mahaprabhu's mercy. One day he was called for lunch prasadam in his house. After many requests, he wanted 1 month, Mahaprabhu, you should come and take lunch. And he said, no, I am a sannyasi, I cannot do that. Then came down, finally agreed 5 days. The first day itself he said, okay, I will prepare prasadam. Today you should come. But don't bring all sannyasis, because all of them you come, either you or Swarup Damodara can come. Both of you can come. Practically, he is showing. Then Mahaprabhu came and he saw actually one room is full of prasadam, lot of rice and variety of items his wife is made. Chapan bhog. He was very happy to see actually within short time you prepared all this. So then separate room was constructed for Mahaprabhu to take prasadam, only one door. And his son-in-law's name was Amokha. He was a little critical. He said, I want to see this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, how he is taking prasadam. He said, no, you are not allowed. He knows. Sarvāṇi Bhattacharya knows that he cannot, he will criticize Mahaprabhu is Krishna. He doesn't know about it. But somehow when he was serving the prasadam, first Mahaprabhu said, all this I cannot eat. Then he argued with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He said, you are in Jagannath Puri, you are always taking chapan bhog. You are eating number 1 throughout the world, I know. So don't tell me that you cannot take this much prasadam. You can take it. Mahaprabhu sat down and he was taking that. Amokha came. When he was serving, he did not see. Otherwise he was standing with a stick, not allowing. He came inside, he looked at it, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu eating, and he said actually, oh, a sannyasi is eating this much? It's too much. He doesn't know actually, he is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He criticized Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, criticized the personality of Godhead, Bhagavan. So he felt very bad. Sarvāṇi Bhattacharya took a stick and he was chasing him to beat, to kill him he was. Finally went away, he came back and he served Chaitanya Mahaprabhu nicely and he said, apologized. I don't know whether he was coming actually. I called you in my house and I put you in the embarrassing situation. Mahaprabhu said, he's a child, what is that actually? Bhagavan actually is not bothered. You tell anything in front of the Lord, they will keep quiet. Nothing will happen. Because that is the patience, the exhibiting and showing that actually. Okay. So then Mahaprabhu was served very nicely and he went away. And the husband and wife, Sarvāṇi Bhattacharya and wife was thinking actually, we should kill him. Let our daughter become a widow, but still we should kill him. Then they said actually, they were no knowledgeable person, we should not kill him because he is a Brahmana. Killing Brahmana is not, it is offensive. Then they said, well, let us die, commit suicide. Then Sarvabhauma is also Brahmana. He says, killing a Brahmana myself, that is also Papa. I cannot do that. So then they decided to fast until death. They started fasting. In the meantime, the news came, Amokha affected immediately after going to his room, he affected by cholera, and the doctor said that this person he will die within few hours. That news came, they said, it's very nice. What thing I wanted to do it, Bhagavan is doing that, let him die. In the meantime, Mahaprabhu came to know from Gopinath Acharya, his brother-in-law, Sarvabhauma's brother-in-law, Amokha is going to die, Mahaprabhu, because he offended you. Okay? Offending a Vaishnava, offending Kṛṣṇa directly, there is no delay in the punishment. You need not wait for the next birth. Within few hours he got it, he was going to die. Mahaprabhu was very sad because he was so much attracted to Sarvabhauma's service actually. Many places Prabhupada has mentioned that you can get the attention of the Krishna, attracted to Krishna by degree of your devotional service. You can buy Krishna by devotional service. It's a fact. Because for Krishna, his wealth is his devotee. Nothing else. For us actually the bank balance or something like that, we think that is something else. For Krishna's wealth is his devotee. Those, especially those who are serving. So then he ran away from the Mahaprabhu, got up. You say, oh no, he is son-in-law of the Amogha. He is not thinking that he is an offender, he offended me. In the material world we will say, no, usko aisa hi hona jaldi. He should get that punishment. He offended me, so he will get. Krishna given him very nice punishment. Let him suffer. And he ran. He said, Mahaprabhu ran to the room and he put his hand on the chest of Amogha. As soon as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu heard Amogha was going to die, he immediately ran to him and with the great haste, placing his hand on Amogha's chest, he spoke as follows. The heart of a Brahmana is by nature very clean, therefore it is the proper place for Krishna to sit. This is instruction of the Lord. Bhagavan himself is speaking actually. A Brahmana or a devotee means, what is the meaning is, his heart is clean. Chedo darpanamarjanam bhavamagadavakni nirvapanam. Mahaprabhu said, first what is to be done? Clean the heart. Clean the heart. So systematically Mahaprabhu is telling, hey Amogha, you are a Brahmana. By nature your heart is supposed to be very clean. If it is not clean, Krishna doesn't want to sit in an unclean place, no. The moment the devotee clean his heart, immediately the first person who is coming and sitting is Krishna. Close your eyes, you can see beautiful form of Shamsundar. You can see Krishna Balaram, lotus feet, you can see. But the heart is not clean, you will know something else will come in the mind. But it's a condition for chanting the holy name of the Lord. When we chant the holy name of the Lord, we should meditate on the beautiful form of the lotus feet of the Lord. So he says, Matsarya Chandala ke naihan vasaila parama pavitrasthana apavitra kaila. Hey Amogha, you instead of becoming a Brahmana, being a Brahmana, you are like a Chandala. Your mind is like Chandala. You kept jealous. You are jealous on me, jealous on everybody. Oh, how much he is eating? What he is supposed to do? As long as enviousness, jealousy is there in the mind, Krishna will not sit on that mind. Bahukodi Janma, if it goes like that also, you cannot get Krishna sitting there. Mahaprabhu is telling, you are becoming a Chandala. That is why the problem has come for you. But in this life, now, however, due to association of Sarvāṇi Bhattacharya is very dear to me, all your contamination is now vanquished. Another message Prabhupada is giving actually. Bhagavan is giving in the Bhagavad Gita, he is giving in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, because if you can get association of the pure devotee of the Lord, then your Chedo Darpanamarjan, it will vanquish. Automatically it get clean. Association. If you associate with A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, every day we are getting a chance of personal association. You know when? If we can attend to the Guru Puja in the morning, we are offering flowers to the lotus feet of Prabhupada. You are associating with the Prabhupada every day. We are glorifying him, associating with the pure devotee. You are attending Bhagavatam class, Bhagavad Gita class, reading his purport and slogas and his ideas, saying me, you are associating with Prabhupada. Then it will vanquish. See, because of that, the person's heart is cleansed of all contamination. He is able to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Very good message Prabhupada, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving. This is why so many people are asking, Prabhu, I cannot chant properly, my mala is not going ahead, and I cannot concentrate on it, my mind is going here and there. This is the reason Mahaprabhu is telling. If you want to chant the holy name of Lord Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. That's why prior to that we are calling Prabhupada, Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Budale Srimade Bhakti Vedanta Swamini Zinamine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshadarine Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Then Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. With their blessing, Mahaprabhu is telling you are able to, when contamination is finished, you can chant the Mahamantra properly. Therefore, Amoga, now your contamination is finished because I touched my hand on your chest. Get up! Get up! He is declared as dead because of cholera. He is telling Amoga, now contamination is gone. You get up, chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra. If you do so, Krishna will unfailingly bestow mercy upon you. Bhagavan is telling us, Mahaprabhu is telling us actually. You become a real Brahmana, Vaishnava Brahmana. Remove all contamination by associating with the devotees. Then you see how you are chanting. Nayanam galadasrudharaya vadanam gaggadarudyagira. Practical application, after reading Bhagavad Gita, understanding, apply in our life. Then one will be successful. After hearing Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu being touched by him, Amokha, who was on his deathbed, immediately stood up and began to chant the holy name of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So, then he got up, he started chanting. The person who criticized Mahaprabhu, Bhagavan, he started chanting and dancing actually. He could not stop it. And he was falling down at the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu. He was beating on his cheeks, swollen, by beating. I did aparat. That is why the Mahamantra is changing the people actually. All our changes in our life, from pant and shirt to dhoti kurta and tilagam and anywhere going with the mala and chanting, these changes, who did it? Hare Krishna Mahamantra did it. That also we go through him, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, mercifully. He made such an arrangement that it can spread throughout the world, each and every town and village. People are getting changed actually. So that is actually, he is telling that he became, that day onwards Amokha became a great devotee of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is not partial to anyone. Same benefit, Mahaprabhu is still here actually. Those who are approaching him in the same bhava, associating with the devotees, go through the pure devotees of the Lord, then we will be able to chant the holy name of the Lord. That is Krishna consciousness actually. Bhagavan is telling actually in the Bhagavad Gita, I was just reading this mat-paraḥ, again on chapter 12, Bhakti Yoga. See, all instructions are there. 677 is telling that Edu sarvāṇi karmāni mai sanyasya mat-paraḥ ananyeneva yogena myam dayanda upasade teshamagam samuddarta mrityu samsara sagarat bhavamina chirat partha maya veshida jedasam. But those who worship me, again Krishna consciousness. What is Krishna consciousness? Krishna himself is telling actually. Me, those who worship me, giving up all their activities unto me and being devoted to me without deviation. engage in devotional service and always meditating upon me. How many times he is using this? Me. Exclusively. Having fixed their minds upon me, O son of Pritha, for them I am the swift deliverer from the ocean of birth and death. This is what we are hungering for actually. I don't want to come back to this horrible material world where janma, mrityu, jara, vyati. Those who are living always, all are afraid of death. Correct? Death has come somebody, not for me. Still I have some more time, I can live. But it is going to come. It is actually on your doorstep. But devotees of the Lord say, let it come. Only my prayer is, let it come at Vrindavan Dham. Other day, last week only some devotee came from Kerala, the old person, came here, he said that I will not go back from here. I spoke to Kṛṣṇa, he is telling like that, his wife. I spoke to Kṛṣṇa, he said, you can come to me, no problem. He is chanting 16 rounds, but he was so determined. Next day, on Ekadashi day, on 13th morning, he left the body here. First time he is coming, recently he started 16 round chanting. So the mission of the Lord, actually that is why the determination, mat-paraḥ, he completely surrendered. He says, this is the place where my Lord is there. I want to go back to Him. I don't want to go anywhere else. So the Lord listened. So that is what this, again in the Bhakti Yoga, Bhagavan is telling actually, me. Be dependent upon me. I am there with you. Mayyeva mana atasva may buddhim niveshaya niveshasati mayyeva adavurtam na samshaya. Just fix your mind upon me. This is actually art of living. Art of Krishna consciousness is fixing the mind upon the lotus feet of Krishna. This is the art one can practice it. How it is possible. The Supreme Personality of Godhead and engage all your intelligence in me. Thus you will live in me always without a doubt. Even if you are in the material world, in Krishna consciousness, they are already reached to the Supreme. They are living actually in the not in the material world, in the spiritual world only. Whether it is hot or cold or whatever it may be, this is Vrindavan is Chintamani Dham. Lotus feet of Radharani and Krishna is here. In that bhava, when you go, they will not run away anywhere else now. They don't want anything else. They want permission to live here in this particular place. This is confirming, correct? This is who is speaking this? Me, who is speaking? Krishna himself is speaking. So Krishna himself came in the Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he is also promising. He is showing Hare Nama, Eva. Eva means only, Kevalam. And he is telling Kirtani Eva Krishnasya. Bhagavatam is telling Eva. That is underlined that particular. This concept is called Eva. Don't go here and there. Not necessary. I am the Supreme. Puruṣottama Yoga is telling that. I am the Supreme. You concentrate on me. Clear-cut instruction, merciful Lord is giving. And he came actually, I was actually Kapila Deva, a lady, representative, Devahudi. He is telling that my senses are not under control. You are not my son, you are my Lord. Brahmaji told me, it's going to come. What should I do? Please tell me. I got a son, I got daughter, I got a very good husband, everything I got it. Still my hankering for something like that, I cannot control. She was doing a drama on behalf of us. Kapila Deva is telling you a very good question you asked me. Sadhu Sangha, my dear mother, virtuous lady, you engage yourself, you get attracted to a pure devotee of the Lord. So what we should do in this material world now, this Kali Yuga, get attracted to the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. who brought the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, who brought the teachings of all acharyas, who teachings of Krishna, get attracted to him through his writings and teachings. That is what Kapiladeva is telling, that you get attracted to a sadhu. Then she is asking, actually, okay, third canto Bhagavatam, when you can refer, she is asking, who is a sadhu? One who is a tāni and saffron cloth? No, mother, no. Tidik Shoga, Karunika, he is giving actually a description, who is a sadhu. So we have all information. We have actually all the intelligence. We have a proper mind. The only thing, we require somebody's help actually to implement all these things in our life. That is a spiritual master. Surrendering to a spiritual master through a guru, practice this Krishna consciousness. One will be 101%, they will be sure, and they will all go back home, back to God. There is no doubt about it. This is what today's text of Bhagavan is speaking. Sthita prajñā. He is the real Krishna conscious person. Hare Krishna. I will stop here. Time is finished. So, anybody has got any comments or questions, or can ask. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Like Prabhuji, you told everybody says that Hare Nam Eva Kevalam, but we are also attending temple programs. We are coming to Katha, and you said that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is saying Krishna Eva, only Krishna, but we are also meditating to Lord Nityananda, Śrīmati Radharani devotees. So means I don't know whether my question is appropriate or not, but my mind is little confused in that. Can you please explain?
Yeah, actually, Krishna Eva, Ekale Ishvara Krishna. But to give variety to the conditioned soul, Ena Kena Prakaran, somehow he want to take the attention towards him. So it is part of his Leela only. He became Balaram, he became Nityananda Prabhu, he became Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he became Krishna himself, became Radharani. In original Krishna only, then he divided himself into two forms to give variety. Okay, but Prabhupada is always telling, you fools, rascals, don't discriminate between Lord Rama and Lord Krishna or Lord Nityananda. Mahaprabhu himself has shown. Yesterday I was reading, Mahaprabhu arranged a big Vyasa Puja for Nityananda Prabhu. Okay. Vyasa Purnima, he arranged a big Vyasa Puja for him. Ulta, actually, instead of worshipping Vyasadeva, he worshipped Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is showing. They are all same. We can go within the frame of the instruction given by great acharyas like A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Sri Prabhupada. If you are chanting Nityananda Prabhu Gavirandithai, they are Krishna and Balaram. Krishna and Balaram, actually, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Radha Krishna Onna, they united again. So this concept should be there. Krishna like it. Mahaprabhu liked it. If you are following Nityananda Prabhu, yes, he is Adi Guru. Balaram is Adi Guru. So when the doubt is cleared, we are chanting Krishna Balaram, Jaya Krishna Balaram, Krishna Balaram. You are Krishna only. Only two forms you took it. But not the demigods. Okay. Considering the name of Lord Krishna, Vishnu is equivalent to Lord Shiva or Brahma is equivalent to, that is offense actually. So this concept should be there. So there is nothing wrong. Absolutely nothing wrong. Calling Radharani's name, Nityananda Prabhu's name. Because they will all help you to come to the... We don't have Shakti to call Krishna's name, to understand him. Through these expansions, their teachings, their mercy, we are able to understand little bit about that Supreme Personality. Okay?
Right. We are in 1865.
Yeah.
Lord says there are innumerable names of the Lord. Like in Durvāsā Muni also is mentioned, there are many names of the Lord forms, like Vishnu, Narayana, Rama, Vara, etc.
Yeah.
But his mind on the body on Krishna, Arjuna's mind on the body on Krishna.
Yeah.
So Prabhupada said we have to see there are many forms of the Lord, but we have to concentrate our mind on Radha Samsung. So that should be the goal. Just like he gave the example of Arjuna. And when Dronacharya asked him what you can see, we can see so many things. But Arjuna see only the target. So Prabhupada said our target, we should see our target is Krishna. So he mentioned that. So sometimes we are bewildered with so many forms of the Lord. So we are in 1865, Prabhupada is mentioning there are many forms of the Lord, but we should concentrate on Krishna.
Yeah. That's right. Because he took, the same person has taken, that is part of the glorification. Krishna required actually the prayer and glorification. In order to glorify, he did lot of lila. And we are glorifying Krishna only. We are telling him, Keshavadrida Desavidharupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Hare Mukunda Jaya Jagadisha Hare Keshavadrida Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisha Hare Hare Mukunda Jaya Jagadisha Hare. Keshava, Krishna, you took that particular form, my dear Lord. That is for our glorification, Krishna. You did wonderful activities. By taking different forms, he was not enjoying himself or something. He took Divyam, Janma Karmachame Divyam. He took wonderful activities, he did it. That for subject for our glorification of the Lord, which is pleasing to him. Yes, now we are Varaha God. Krishna told, actually the gopis told you, you took Varaha form. We don't believe, you are a small boy, how can you take that? He said, Baba, I only became Varaha. He showed us. He said, yes, I will show you. See, look. He shown the Varaha form there, Varaha God. So for the benefit of the devotees want to glorify the Lord, wonderful activities. Oh, he came and put this Leela, but he is the same person. Okay?
Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna.